and probably one or two other places that I haven't mentioned. And I've worked as a humanitarian doctor, medical doctor, largely with Doctors Without Borders, or Médecins Sans Frontières. I've also worked to start a not-for-profit drug development company to develop new treatments for malaria, new treatments for schistosomiasis, onchocerciasis, Buruli ulcer, many diseases that many people in this room have heard of and will understand. But most people outside of this room have never heard of these diseases and don't understand how important it is to develop new treatments and so on. And my experience over many years has been very much that by supporting, by identifying, by enabling the incredible scholarship capacity that exists across the continent of Africa, I make my personal contribution to enabling and helping us all, Africans and others around the world. The approach that I very much believe in is capacity building and taking people where they're at and helping them become better and more capable, more competent, and more able to express their own ideas and intelligence and make contributions to new knowledge. I had a meeting this morning with one of my dearest friends, Professor Jude Kong. He's Cameroonian. He's truly one of my dearest friends. He's also one of the most brilliant mathematicians that I've ever worked with. We worked together on creating artificial intelligence-based tools to improve pandemic and epidemic preparedness and response. And we do that focused on Africa, but also focused on different regions in the world. And Jude is leading our research program. He's a professor here at University of Toronto, and he is a shining example of how truly engaged scholarship and commitment to new knowledge by Africans for Africans can have the most profound of impacts. And so Africa now, like many parts of the world, facing huge challenges, around climate change, around infectious disease, around economic growth, around political independence and stability, around building a strong architecture of continental governance. These are challenges where scholarship and your participation and your effort to recreate a re-emerging Africa, this really matters. And so I'm delighted to welcome you to the Gown Awards, awards that recognize commitment to meaningful and truly, truly courageous and truly beneficial scholarship. So welcome and enjoy the afternoon. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. As you've heard, I am Barbara Dick, Assistant Vice President for Alumni Relations, and as always, it is truly my honor to be here today. And as always, I'd like to thank the UTAAA for their kind invitation and to have the opportunity. I'm always delighted to have the opportunity to congratulate our phenomenal award recipients on behalf of the University of Toronto. As in my role in alumni relations, I have the opportunity to meet with our alumni around the world. We have more than 700,000 alumni in more than 190 countries. And you know, I often reflect that and Chris has heard me say this, that the alumni really represent one of the university's latent and perpetual assets. I mean, as we come to campus, I think we all are struck by the many assets that the university has. our beautiful campuses, our students, our talented faculty members, our reputation, and of course, our alumni, which are a perpetual and a non-depreciating asset, I might add, a constantly renewing asset. And as I was reflecting on that, you know, I'm so glad you started with the concept of Ubuntu, because finally, after all these years, clearly I'm a slow learner, it occurred to me that really because of alumni and our friends, our alumni and friends of the university, because of them, because of you, we are. And that is really, really important and powerful for this institution, because we benefit from your achievements. We really can bask in your reflected glory. So on behalf of the university, I want to thank you for gracing us with your presence today, for accepting this award, and most important, for the incredible work that you do that brought you to this room to receive this recognition. We're truly, truly honored and grateful. And of course, it takes many, many people to make something like this come together. So I'd like to thank the UTAAA, but I'd also like to thank Massey College, of course, for so graciously hosting the incredible team on the ground here, and of course, Manulife and TD, who are our sponsors, our long-standing sponsors of this event. And we truly do appreciate your long-standing support. So I hope you'll join me in a round of applause to thank our sponsors. And with that, I'll turn it back to our wonderful MC.
Thank you. Hello once again. I'm so excited to announce our first winner today. She is a dear friend. I have worked with her for the last 8 years, thanks to Henry. The first award of this evening is the Outstanding Recent Alumni Award. Any guesses? Without any further ado, can we please have Catherine Kiahuker over here? Catherine recently earned her Master's of Arts degree in Women and Gender Studies at University of Toronto. Her scholarship and leadership reflects a deep commitment to equity and social change. Additionally, her research amplifies the voices of single mothers navigating public housing in Ontario, informed by her own lived experience. Catherine has served as Senior Volunteer Coordinator at University of Toronto's African Alumni Association and on the Advisory Committee for Women Empowering Positive Women, spearheading the 2023 Defy Gravity campaign to support students and challenge stigma. Her excellence has been recognized with the Brookfield Peter Bronfman Leadership Award, Dr. Joyce Connolly Awards, June Straker Award, Phyllis Villanola Walker Scholarship 2021 to 2023, and consistently appeared on the Dean's Honors List throughout her academic career at University of Toronto. Let's go, congratulations.
did not prepare any speech. I just wanted to speak from the heart, and oh my goodness, it's been quite a journey. I just reflect, remembering being a young girl. I came to this country young and pregnant. I didn't have any family. All I had was myself and my 2-month-old baby with me. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. My story is not only just survival, or there's a lot of success within my story. And as a single mom, I went through ups and downs, but at the same time, I've been given so many opportunities that have made me the person I am today. And my mission is to highlight that we should stop being sorry for mothers raising kids on their own, but start to pay attention to the little details, like giving them the opportunities, like the opportunities have been given to reach where I am right now. The stigma of welfare queens, you know? So that's the reason why when I was doing my master's research, I needed to highlight the struggles of finding little things like housing for mothers raising kids on their own, how hard it is to access a basic need like proper housing, not just housing, but like a safe place for them to stay and raise their kids on their own. And that's my mission right now, is to give them visibility and even to tackle the systemic racism and violence that affects like certain groups like single moms. I just want to take this opportunity again to thank everybody who has pushed me, people who have supported me, and a special thank you to Professor Lowe. She has been one of the biggest pillars in my life. She has pushed me, supported me throughout my master's program. She was my supervisor, and I excelled, thank God. I graduated in June, and yeah, so we need women like her, like to really see us, not just like being a professor and teaching and then you move on. It's just like the people who need to see you, and because you're who you are, so that you go to the higher heights. Again, I want to even thank Henry Sully. He's been one of my my greatest friend, and he's been pushing me, telling me, Kathy, you can do this. And Ancho, I've met Ancho so many years ago, been attending her event. She's been attending our events. And what can I say? My family, that have been quite a big supportive system. I have my best friend here. No. Let me finish 1 minute. My best friend Olivia and my niece, my daughter was supposed to be here, but she couldn't. She was at school. So thank you so much. I recognize my pastors here. Thank you so much. I'm so honored to receive this award.
That was beautiful. Let's get her another round of applause like we mean it. Yes! Congratulations once again, Catherine. Truly well deserved. The next award is the Social Innovation Award. And this goes to Rev Peace Nakayima. Rev Peace Nakayima is a dynamic leader and CEO of Lampstand Residences, an innovative organization providing emergency shelter and vital support to marginalized communities. Born in Uganda, she brings her rich African heritage and deep compassion to her work in Canada. As a senior pastor, mental health counselor, and public servant with the Ontario Public Service, she integrates faith, counseling, and public service to create holistic solutions for social challenges. Holding degrees in French, German, public administration, project management, and Christian counseling, Ref Peace exemplifies the spirit of social innovation through collaborative leadership and unwavering commitment to empowerment. Her transformative work continues to inspire hope, foster resilience, and drive meaningful change in the communities she chooses to serve. Congratulations.
What a moment. Good afternoon, everyone. I am so honored to stand before you today in such an esteemed place among so many brilliant minds. I give thanks to God. I give all honor to Him. He is my strength, my guide, my all in all. To the University of Toronto African Alumni Association, thank you for this award. Thank you for celebrating excellence. This award humbles me. It lifts me. But more than that, it echoes the voices of those who have carried my flame. My mentors, my friends, my family, my community, my church, my pride and joy. This award belongs to all of you, those who believed in me before the world ever saw me. Receiving the 2025 African Why am I crying? Receiving this Social Innovation Award is not about the past. It's definitely a call to step boldly into the future. The book of Ephesians, chapter 2, verse 10, it tells us that we are God's handiwork, created before time to speak, to do good works. So, I urge you to stand together, to serve with love, with God's light shining in us. To every scholar, your voice matters. Your faith matters. Your dreams anchored in purpose can shake nations. So let's rise together. Let's serve together. Together, let's call for a future of hope, a future for all. God bless you. Thank you.
Congratulations once again. Woohoo! I like that energy. Let's keep that going. Woo! The next award again brings me a lot of pleasure to announce because I was very honored to receive this award back in 2019 myself. And I remember back then, it was just so validating of the work that I was doing, and it just helped me realize that I was in the right trajectory. And this is the Community Development Award. Goes to Dr. Shehzadi Kushal. Woo! Dr. Shehzadi Kushal is a proud East African scholar and changemaker at the University of Toronto. Holding a PhD in educational leadership and policy, her research advances human rights, racial equity, and anti-discrimination in Ontario's education system. As a founder of University of Toronto's Human Rights and Equity Symposium, she has created platforms for transformative dialogue and institutional change. Beyond academia, Shehzadi has mentored African students through the International Toastmasters program, strengthening leadership and communication skills, and for over a decade has taught Indian and African dance to youth, fostering cultural pride and community connection. Rooted in African values of resilience, excellence, and collective upliftment, I agree, she has dedicated to dismantling systemic barriers and championing equity for marginalized communities. Thank you for all the work you do. Congratulations.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I'm so emotional from listening to the other speakers. I will try to hold my tears. So I'm going to do my thank yous first, and then I'll go into my story. Henry Sally, it's very evident that people love you. Where are you? Oh, there you are, okay. We are all connected here through Henry. I want to say thank you for creating this powerful space, one that acknowledges, affirms, and celebrates African excellence and scholarship. Your vision is not just appreciated, it is needed. Assistant AVP Barbara Dick and all the leadership team, the principal who was here earlier, thank you for actively investing in the empowerment and upliftment of African scholars. Your leadership sends a clear message that our stories, our contributions, and our excellence matter. To my nominator, Dr. Cindy St. Clair, thank you for seeing me, for believing in me, and for valuing the work that I do. Your mentorship has been a guiding light, and I'm honored to have your support. So my story starts in a small town on the eastern shores of Lake Tanganyika in Tanzania called Kigoma. It has a rich history, including being the last known stop of explorer David Livingstone. A girl named Nasim lives in a small home, with 10 siblings, 6 sisters, 4 brothers, her parents, and her grandparents. She shares a room with her 6 sisters. In that home, every child worked. Schooling was seen as a luxury only a few could afford. Nasim wanted to be educated. She read books using a small kerosene lamp, the only one they had in their home. She asked her father a question that changed the trajectory of her life. Can I be educated? With her father's support, she left Kigoma and set off to Kampala, Uganda, in pursuit of education. Nasim is my mother, and I stand here today, doctorate in hand, and this award and many others from U of T because of the courage she had to ask that question and the drive she had to follow it with action. And fast forward to my story, which I didn't even have written here. I went back to university after 20 years of being out of school. I got married, had some kids, and then decided that this is something that I really wanted to do. And the University of Toronto was very supportive of me. I took some leadership roles, again, because of Henry Sally. I won a number of prestigious awards at U of T, and I just finished my PhD a month ago. Thank you. So I just want to say being nominated for this award is deeply meaningful, both personally and professionally. Professionally, it reinforces the importance of continuing to elevate marginalized voices and co-creating spaces of inclusion, belonging, fairness, and justice. But personally, it's a powerful reminder that I'm walking a path paved by the courage, sacrifices, and dreams of those who have come before me. To be recognized amongst all of you who embody African excellence is an honor that fills me with both gratitude and responsibility. Thank you. And I brought my daughter today because I wanted her to be a part of this experience. Thank you.
How amazing is this? By the way, for those of you that don't know, I'm the founder of the initiative Canada's Top Mental Health Advocate Awards. And from what I'm reading and the people I've met today, I highly recommend a lot of you consider reaching out and nominating someone you know or someone who's already won an award today for this. It happens every year on July 12th. Woo! The next award is the Global Impact Award, and this goes to Dr. Binta Bajaha. Woohoo! The energy is catching on. Born and raised in the Gambia, Dr. Binta has dedicated her life to advancing equity, resilience, and sustainable development on a global scale. Her journey spans 3 continents, earning high honors at the University of Western Ontario, a master's at the London School of Economics, and a PhD in Women and Gender Studies from the University of Toronto. Her groundbreaking doctoral work, recognized with the SSHRC Canada Graduate Scholarship, reimagines the Anthropocene through the lens of Western African Sahel. From championing gender equity at UN Women in New York to strengthening food security at the World Food Program in Rome, Dr. Bajaha has shaped policies and practices that uplift communities. Today, as Senior Advisor on Gender and Environmental Sustainability at WFP, she continues to inspire transformative change worldwide. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. Just imagine that it's Binta's Dr. Bajaha speaking to you. Actually, she just gave birth. She has a son, so she's in the US right now. She's not in Rome, but in the US with her family, so that's why she sent her regrets. But she has a joyful event to celebrate. So just imagine it's Dr. Bajaha speaking to you, not Mariam, so I'm just her surrogate tonight. This is what she has to say. I'm deeply honored to receive the African Alumni Global Impact Award. Though I cannot be with you in person, I'm grateful that my mentor and PhD supervisor, Professor Mariam Lowe, is here to accept this award on my behalf. This recognition is not mine alone. It belongs to my family, my mentors, and above all, to the African women who created the platform, offered the guidance, and opened the doors that made my journey possible. Your vision, strength, and generosity have lit the path for me and for so many others. We carry both the responsibility and the privilege of building bridges. between generations, between continents, and between dreams and their realization. This award is a reminder of that duty and of the collective impact we can achieve together. I thank the African alumni of U of T, Dr. Sally, and for the award, and accept this award with gratitude, humility, and renewed commitment to service. Thank you, Jerejef Albaraka. Binta.
Congratulations once again. If you're tuned in live, everyone, can you look back and wave to the camera and say congratulations? Excellent. The next award is the Emerging Academic Award, and this goes to Prosi Kidu Namyalu. Prosi is a PhD candidate at the Institute of Health Policy, Management and Evaluation at University of Toronto, researching universal healthcare coverage through human rights and healthcare systems lens. She is a 2024-2025 CIHR Health System Impact Fellow at Hamilton Health Sciences and a Global Health and Human Rights Fellow at University of Toronto. Her work earned the 2022 IDRC Doctoral Award and the 2024 CIHR Dissemination Grant. A co-founder of Interventions for Development and Management in Uganda, she has extensive experience in maternal and child health, HIV, AIDS, and health financing. She co-authored Uganda's first book on universal health insurance and has published widely on healthcare systems strengthening in high-impact journals. Congratulations. I know she's not here today, but we have someone on her behalf to say a few words. Woo!
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much. I'm clearly not Prosi, but I wish I was. I wish I was Prosi because she's an amazing human. But for some circumstances beyond her control, she couldn't be here today. But I share in her excitement because last year I was also here on this podium receiving this same award. So I know she's as excited as I am to receive it on her behalf. And then she sent me this note to read, and whatever you hear now is clearly Prosi's voice. So she starts with Psalms 118, verse 23. This is the Lord's doing. It is marvelous in my eyes. I wanted to start with that quote as a way of acknowledging God's unending grace in my life. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude and deeply honored to receive the 2025 African Scholars Emerging Scholars Award. Thank you to the selection committee for this recognition. Being a first-generation student and the first female in my extended family to pursue a PhD, this moment is more than a personal achievement. It's a testimony of grace, resilience, and the power of opportunity. This award is not just for me, it's for every female student who sees themselves reflected in my journey, who is rewriting narratives and trying hard to break cycles and boundaries. I want to thank my family, particularly Mama, and MZ Jackson Herbert Kakongo for nurturing my dreams, my mentors at IHPME and globally, my friends, some of you are here and those not here, for being my great support system and my reason to keep pushing forward. I dedicate this recognition to healthcare seekers whose stories and struggles continue to inspire my research, policy, and advocacy work. Finally, thank you to the University of Toronto Africa Alumni Association for this event and your dedication to celebrating African excellence. And to my fellow awardees, many congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you. Next award is the Distinguished Volunteer Award. And the award goes to Cindy Nyoki Kamau. Woohoo! Cindy recently earned Juris Doctor from Osgood Hall Law School. She has held leadership roles with the Osgood International Law Society and the Black Law Students Association at both the local and national levels. Passionate about equity and Black empowerment, she has organized events, National Mood, and community programs. Outside school, she volunteered with Women's Health in Women's Hands. Cindy holds an honors and bachelor's of arts in political science and African studies from University of Toronto, where she was the president of the Black Students Association and received the Nelson Mandela and University of Toronto Leadership Award for her advocacy and her continued service. Congratulations.
So I want to say thank you to the African Alumni Association for, thinking of me and honoring me with this award. It really means a lot. So my journey to volunteership began not at university, but it began at home. I'm grateful to be the firstborn daughter to a father who was a dedicated human rights activist in Kenya, and my lovely mother, who's here in the audience, who is a steward to the church and continues to remind me to volunteer and to give myself to others and to always be a shoulder to lean on, and to always be the one that gives a willing hand to others. It didn't just stop there. It went on to university, where I was able to meet my lovely mentor, Professor Lowe. Professor Lowe, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. When I needed a shoulder to lean on myself, when I needed words of encouragement, I would always go to Professor Lowe. She was the one who encouraged me to take on leadership positions at the University of Toronto with the Black Student Association. And she was also the one who motivated me to dedicate my life to justice by pursuing a career at law school. So I'm here today because of you. You are part of my community, and I'm so thankful for you. As I receive this award, it reminds me that I carry the heart that my parents gave me. It also reminds me to continue as a young and upcoming lawyer to dedicate my life to not only justice, but especially to uplifting the African community. We are one together, and seeing the African community, what they've done for me, I hope to give nothing but my entire life to them. So thank you.
All right, how are you all feeling? Yes, I love that. One more time, how are you all feeling? Excellent. As I'm here listening to everyone's speeches, it is very inspiring to me. I was here last year as well, emceeing, and I'm just so grateful to be here every time. Thank you, Henry, for inviting me back to host this. Oh, my phone. Before we move on to the next award, very quickly, if I may just take a minute, can you turn to a person to your left or right, anyone, and just share, what does legacy mean to you? That's it. What does legacy mean to you? You will have 30 seconds, and then after 30 seconds, the next person will share. Let's go. volunteer, if you'd like to share, how did you feel hearing someone's take on what legacy means to them? One volunteer. Coming to you, sir.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm called Natrinda Emmanuel. I'm originally from Uganda. I'm doing my Master of Health Informatics. So I was sharing with Henry, and we both agreed that legacy is doing something that outlives you, because we are not here for a long time. So long when you've left a place, whether you've changed a location, whether you've moved on, but people can be like, Henry was here and we are doing this because a certain person was somewhere. Yeah.
Brilliant, thank you. And that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what each one of us were doing here today. You know, we have all these awards and we're celebrating people, but it's interesting because the person organizing this isn't really receiving an award. So why don't we give Henry Sally a big round of applause? Amazing. Moving on, our next award is the Distinguished African Caribbean Award. And this goes to Christopher Thompson. Christopher is a passionate leader who has a desire to empower others and give back to the community. He currently serves as the executive director of the Federation of Black Canadians. This is what happens when you use technology. Back to me. He currently serves as executive director of the Federation of Black Canadians, a national nonprofit organization with over 13 employees across Canada that advances the social, economic, political, and cultural interests of Canadians of African descent. Furthermore, in 2016, Chris also founded a local charity in the Peel region that focuses on life skill development for youth and young adults called Skills for Life, which has over 7 full-time staff. Chris has over 15 years of experience in community engagement and grassroots organization capacity building. We need to talk. Furthermore, he has developed grassroots organizations from having no funding and no staff to groups attaining around $100,000 to $2 million plus in annual budgets, while managing over 20 staff collectively across several organizations. Chris is also the founder and principal consultant of Chris Consulting Group, where the focus is preparing NFPs for success, which is non-for-profits, to set them up for success in a new age of challenges and opportunities. Congratulations, Chris. Very impressive.
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you. Thank you, esteemed members of the U of T African Alumni Association and distinguished guests. And a very special thank you to Henry and his team for putting on this event today. I am honored to accept this year's Distinguished African Caribbean Award today. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to the Nomination and Review Committee and for granting me this opportunity. This award is particularly meaningful to me because it intertwines my heritage with the institution that has profoundly shaped my professional journey. It was actually a cultural club at the University of Toronto Mississauga campus that first got me engaged on campus, and it was called Caribbean Connections. It was where I found my first community and my first support group. Furthermore, the University of Toronto has been more than just a school. It has been a platform for exploration, critical thinking, and personal growth. It taught me to embrace challenges, to fall forward, and to find my voice, especially in places where I often felt alone or unseen. I owe a great deal to my parents and my close friends and family who have been my steadfast supporters. Their encouragement has fueled my determination to uplift others and those around me and to advocate for representation. As I continue my journey, I want to express my gratitude to the U of T African Alumni Association for not only honoring me with this award, but for the vital work you do in showcasing our heritage and creating spaces where our voices can be heard. Together, let's celebrate our achievements and forge a path for the future generations. Thank you.
Congratulations once again, Chris. The next award is the Distinguished Influencer Award, and this goes to Dr. Elixir Troyup. Did I say it right? I am from Nigeria, though. Dr. Elixir is a professor of French and post-colonial studies at University of Waterloo, where he also serves as Dean of the Faculty of Arts since 2024. Prior to that, he was Chair and Vice Dean and Associate Vice President and Vice Provost at the University of Toronto. Alexis was trained at the École Normale Supérieure and the University of Yaoundé, where he completed a Bachelor of Arts in Bilingual Studies, maîtrise, and a Doctorate de Troisième, excuse my French, cycle before coming to Queen's University, where he earned his PhD in French Studies. His research focuses on post-colonial literary, film, and media studies, in which he published extensively. He is a senior fellow of the European Institute for Advanced Study, a senior fellow at Massey College, and a member of the Royal Society of Canada. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. Thanks everyone for coming here tonight, this afternoon. It's great to be back at the crime scene, if I can put it that way. Great to be back at Massey College. This is my home. Back to U of T, where I spent almost 18 years of my life. Great to come here today. Just want to start by thanking the team. Thank you, Henry, for putting this platform together and for bringing together all these amazing people. But especially I want to thank you for making African talent visible, because what we fail to realize is that we are not always able to put together instances that allow us to validate what we do enough. So this is a big thank you. I must say that, I mean, as a scholar, I think I've got pretty much all that any Canadian scholar can have. But until I got this, I realized that something was missing. So this is so meaningful to me. Thank you so very much. Being probably the last to speak among the award recipients, what can I say? Distinguished Influencer Awards. You know, I was telling my friend and colleague Mariam that you really don't know who you influence until you receive one of those unsolicited emails from a student or somebody who may have even forgotten, who will tell you, well, if not you, I would not have done this. This is really the best thing you can get, and there is no price for that, to feel that moment. And that's really amazing. But to be able to do that, I guess you own a lot to several people. In my case, that's probably the case for you. I was very glad to hear you say that. I think the person who influenced me first and probably most lasting one is my mother. By the way, anything good about me, I got it from my mother. Anything else is probably from me. So she was central part of my life, teaching me and my brothers and sisters how to be perseverant. You learn from her how to starve, because she would feed visitors and strangers first before giving you anything. You will grow angry, but you have to put up with that. She would go out of her way to give you money to buy a book or a pencil. I can safely say here that once in a while you would pretend to buy 3 pencils or something, one, just have some extra money, but you didn't hear that from me. So that was the prime person in my life. And then my sisters, it happens to be women. I must say that they are those who cherish me the most, but who also punish me the most. But my best and first leather shoes was purchased by my sister. She may not even know that. Why? Because I was in the French system, you rank when you have the result. I was first, and I came right when I told her. She said, let's go to the store. So these are people that really made my life start the way it started. And then, of course, you have my teachers in high school and the university, many of whom are still my mentors today. The impact they continue to have is so amazing, it's been so lasting. They may not even remember the kind of thing they told me when I was a difficult to manage teenager in high schools. And finally, I would like to mention a special thank to my family sitting here, my wife Emilienne, my daughter Elsa, and Alain, our last one, we call him Last Market. They are here. I agree. I asked them to come today just so they can see what it means to try to be impactful, to be within a community that cares about you, in a society that also cares about you. It is important that we all see and continue to support each other. I'm very grateful that you started by mentioning the Ubuntu. It is so essential, because without this social connection, this social support, we cannot be or do anything. And finally, I just want to end by thanking Henry again and everybody here who are so committed to supporting African and every community around here. So thank you so much. I hope to see all of you and many others be able to be distinguished in similar or even much stronger way. Thank you so much.
That was beautiful and very well said. Congratulations to all of the award recipients. It has been such an honor to be here today and be your host once again. Thank you, Henry Sally, once again for having me. As I wrap up my segment, before I leave, I want to leave you with one thought. Just like we talked about Ubuntu, there is one hand sign in sign language where you put your fist like this, if everyone can do that, and you bring it together. Now, it's in American Sign Language. To show someone, let's do it together, or we're in this together, you put your fist like this and you do a circle. We are in this together. So remember, if ever you are lost or you need help, reach out together, because we progress and move forward together. We are in this together. I am because you are. Thank you once again. You've been an excellent audience today. Can I please invite Henry Sally to the stage?
Thank you so much, DJ. No one has appreciated you yet, so I'll start with you. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Henry Sally, for those of you who do not know me, and I am privileged to lead the University of Toronto African Alumni Association. But I wouldn't be able to do that without the team with whom we organize all these events and with whom we have been able to sustain both the African Alumni Association, but also this event, the GOWN, African Scholars Awards. So some of you might be wondering, how did this concept come about? But before I go to that conversation, I wanna congratulate each and every one of you who has been able to be recognized today. You are being recognized because you belong and because you deserve to be recognized. It is really worth being recognized. Everything that you have done, we see it, we recognize you, and we celebrate you. We wouldn't be able to do this without God. So let God be true and every man a liar. I want to thank the University of Toronto and Advancement, specifically the Assistant Vice President, University Advancement, Barbara Dick, for the tremendous support. Barbara Dick does not work alone. She has an entire team around her. The person I usually disturb a lot is Ben Goss, who is with us here today. I want to appreciate him. And there's an entire team behind there. All those ladies that you see around there, they are from University Advancement. I want to appreciate you for your support and for always encouraging us to be active in this community. This is our community, this is our home. We appreciate you always calling on us to participate in different events. I wouldn't be complete without appreciating Manulife and TD Insurance, the University of Toronto affinity groups, who are always willing to celebrate us through their donations every year. We appreciate you. We wouldn't be able to be here. We wouldn't be able to create this glitter without you. So thank you so much for your support. I also want to recognize my good friend, Barbara Fallon, the Assistant Vice President, Research and Innovations, Associate Vice President, the Associate Vice President, Research and Innovations. Thank you so much for coming and joining us here today. For each and every person sitting here today, you are here because you belong here. So welcome and continue being here, celebrating with us. To Mercy College and the Mercy College team, thank you so much for always welcoming us here and for always being so accommodative of us. For all the vendors that came in here today, I want to appreciate you, because if I don't, no one is going to appreciate you. I want to especially appreciate Mercy College for letting us be really African every time we ask to be African, by allowing us to bring in African vendors to celebrate in these spaces. We do not take that for granted. So thank you so much to the Principal James, and his entire team for all that generosity that they give to each and every one of us. I want to thank Catherine Bate for always supporting the association, for always supporting each and every event that comes up today. This season, she didn't participate in planning, and she was freaking out. She was like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Do you have enough volunteers? Have you contacted each and every vendor? So she was in the background freaking out because she didn't know what was going on because she was being celebrated. But I appreciate even those comments that you say, the reaching out and wondering what's going on, if everything is going on as smoothly as they should be. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for always working with us. I want to thank Rachel Samuel. She's been busy this time. She's been the busy person. So Rachel, Rachel has 3 degrees, 2 master's degrees and an undergraduate degree, originally from, I don't want to tell your story, but your story is so beautiful. I feel like you should be telling it yourself. But she came here as a refugee student through the student refugee program. And she went through that avenue to study here at University of Toronto, excelled here. Of course, without Professor Low's support, she wouldn't be here as well. So you see Professor Low taking all these pictures. It's because she's been pushing a lot of people through the African Studies program at New College. We appreciate you, we celebrate you. We thank God that you work with us every time. I want to thank each and every one of you. I wish I can speak each and everyone's name, but I know each and every one of you by name. I'm just not going to mention it right now. I want to thank Professor Lexi. We used to bump into each other at Smoko Hall a lot. You inspire us. So what you said here, I did not take it lightly. I feel like you have achieved everything you need. And this probably doesn't add that much value to you, to your career, to what you have achieved. But the folks thought that it was important for you to know that they appreciate you and that you influence their lives and that you should continue doing what you're doing because no one takes it for granted. So thank you so much for influencing us and for taking our calls or emails whenever we send them. Professor Miriam Law, again, I want to appreciate you and thank you for your support. Over the last couple of years, every single person she has recommended has been either so close to getting it or has gotten it. Those who haven't gotten it yet, they will get it at some point. So people appreciate you as well. There's a lot of food that is still around. Please, I want you to enjoy it. I want to thank all my vendors here. Swissmark, who is streaming our video, thank you so much. Homies Uganda, who has treated us with the food, thank you so much. What else? Ancho, let's come here. This one, we met.
Thank you.
She's been around for a very long time, since undergraduate. We met at University of Toronto, Mississauga, and we've been together a very long time. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything that you do. I appreciate you standing up every time we call upon you. You seem to always have time for us, so we don't take that for granted. So thank you so much for that. And to all the recipients, please don't stop what you have been doing. Don't stop what has elevated you. Don't stop what has brought you in this room. Wherever you are on the decision-making tables, continue influencing those decision-making tables. Chris, what you have done is amazing, not just within the Caribbean, Black Caribbean, African Caribbean community, but within the entire GTA. We appreciate you, we love you, we see you. I see each and every one of you. Thank you so much again for coming. Let us go and eat. But before we go to eat, I want to invite all the recipients to come and take a group picture here. With your certificates, please. let's go eat some food. We need to finish all the food that is out there. Please don't rush. Connect with us. We are on LinkedIn, we are on Facebook, we are on Instagram. Please reach out to us as soon as you can.
Taking the liquor, no chaser. Every guy mad over you, they wanna buy you with paper. Only wanna have a good time, so you put a new strain in your wristlock. Yeah. Never want to be alone, so you go dancing with strangers. Looking for love in all the wrong places. You've been running from life, but you cannot hide, baby, let's just face it. How can you love if you don't love yourself and you feel like it don't matter? You feel like nobody understands the money that you got agenda. Baby, I'm right here when you need to roll one. I will pass you the lighter, even if it breaks my heart. Baby, I'm right here when you need to roll one. I will pass you the lighter, even if it breaks my heart. I know it's really hard sometimes sitting in the corners, the walls are closing in. So you choose to ski snowflake in the summer cut lines and you're feeling irate. Baby, I'm not judging you. You always be my judge, my baby boo. Feel like the world is against you, but I'm always beside you. Looking for love in all the wrong places. from life, but you cannot hide, baby, let's just face it. How can you love if you don't love yourself and you feel like you don't matter? You feel like nobody understands, nobody that you